beyond ATC connected.
Air Canada 8631, request IFR clearance to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau.
Air Canada 8631, Laguardia ground, cleared to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Radar vectors Grecki then is filed. Maintain 4000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 2132.
Cleared to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Radar vectors Grecki then is filed. Maintain 4000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 2132 Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco Air Canada 8631. Air Canada 8631. Gate 53, request pushback and engine start.
Air Canada 8631, LaGuardia ground, pushback approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved, face northeast. Air Canada 8631.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Delta 9er 92, request IFR clearance to Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta I. Delta 9er 92, LaGuardia ground, cleared to Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta I Airport. Nathan 6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 4716. Cleared to Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta I Airport. Nathan 6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 4716. Delta 9er 92. Delta 9er 92, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Roger that, Delta Niner 92. Delta Niner 92, gate 7 tree. Request pushback and engine start.
Delta Niner 92, Laguardia ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback approved, face northeast. Delta Niner 92.
Set parking brake. Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Delta Niner 92, request taxi.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Delta Niner 92, runway 1 tree. Taxi via 1211, Alpha Lima Bravo Papa, hold short of runway 4.
Runway 1 tree taxi via 1211, Alpha Lima Bravo Papa, holding short of runway 4. Delta Niner 92.
Air Canada 8631, request taxi to the active.
Air Canada 8631, runway 1 tree. Taxi via 9er, Alpha Lima Bravo Papa, hold short of runway 4.
Runway 13 taxi via 9er, Alpha Lima Bravo Papa, hold short of runway 4, Air Canada 8631.
Brickyard 4460, IFR to Bangor Airport. Brickyard 4460, LaGuardia ground, cleared to Bangor Airport. 10 is 6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 2040. Cleared to Bangor Airport. 10 is 6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 2040. Brickyard 4460. Brickyard 4460, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start. Wilco, Brickyard 4460. Brickyard 4460, at ramp Alpha 30. Request pushback and engine start. Brickyard 4460, LaGuardia ground, pushback approved. Face southeast. Pushback approved, face southeast. Brickyard 4460.
Endeavour 5267, ready to copy IFR clearance to Savannah Hilton Head.
Endeavour 5267, LaGuardia ground, cleared to Savannah Hilton Head. 10 is 6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 5014.
Cleared to Savannah Hilton Head. 10 is 6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 5014. Endeavour 5267.
Endeavour 5267, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco, Endeavour 5267.
Delta Niner 92, cross runway 4 at Papa.
Cross runway 4 at Papa, Delta Niner 92.
Air Canada 730, taxi to gate 51 via Romeo, hold short of runway 1 tree. taxi to gate 51 via Romeo, holding short of runway 13, Air Canada 730.
Endeavour 5267 at gate 79er. Request pushback and engine start.
Delta 9er 92, contact LaGuardia Tower 118.7. Have a good one.
Contact Tower 118.7. Delta 9er 92. Have a good one.
Endeavour 5267, LaGuardia ground, pushback approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast. Endeavour 5267.
Brickyard 4460, requests taxi to the active. Brickyard 4460, runway 13, taxi via 6, Alpha, Juliet, Bravo, Papa, hold short of runway 4.
Runway 13, taxi via 6. Alpha, Juliet, Bravo, Papa, holding short of runway 4, Brickyard 4460.
Endeavour 5267, request taxi.
Endeavour 5267, runway 13, taxi via 12 Alpha, Lima, Bravo, Papa, hold short of runway 4.
Runway 13, taxi via 12 Alpha, Lima, Bravo, Papa, hold short of runway 4, Endeavour 5267.
Air Canada 8631, hold short of runway 4, I'll call you back.
Hold short of runway 4, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 730, cross runway 13 at Romeo. Cross runway 13 at Romeo, Air Canada 730.
Air Canada 8631, holding short 4.
Air Canada 8631, hold short of runway 4, expect further clearance shortly.
Holding short of runway 4, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, cross runway 4 at Papa.
Cross runway 4 at Papa, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 702, taxi to gate 52 via Romeo, hold short of runway 13. Taxi to gate 52 via Romeo, holding short of runway 13, Air Canada 702. Brickyard 4460, hold position for traffic.
Hold position, Brickyard 4460.
Brickyard 4460, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Brickyard 4460. Endeavour 430, request IFR clearance to Halifax.
Endeavour 430, LaGuardia ground, cleared to Halifax. 10-6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 4 tree 2 tree.
Cleared to Halifax. 10-6 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 4 tree 2 tree. Endeavor 430.
Endeavor 430, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco, Endeavor 430.
Air Canada 8631. Contact Laguardia Tower 118.7. Good day.
Contact Tower 118.7, Air Canada 8631. Air Canada 8631, ready for departure, runway 13.
Air Canada 8631, LaGuardia Tower, wind 070 at Niner. Fly heading 140, runway 13, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 140, runway 13, clear for takeoff, Air Canada 8631.
Brickyard 4460, ready for departure, runway 13.
Brickyard 4460, hold short of runway 13.
Holding short of runway 13. Brickyard 4460.
Endeavor 5267, ready for departure, runway 13.
Endeavor 5267, tower, number 2 for departure.
Roger, number 2, Endeavor 5267.
Brickyard 4460, runway 13, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 13, Brickyard 4460.
Endeavor 5267, holding short, runway 13.
Endeavor 5267, hold short of runway 13, departing traffic.
Hold short of runway 13, Endeavor 5267.
Brickyard 4460, LaGuardia Tower, wind 070 at Niner. Fly heading 040, runway 13, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 040, runway 13. Clear for takeoff, Brickyard 4460.
Endeavor 5267, runway 13, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 13, Endeavor 5267.
Air Canada 8631, contact New York departure.
Contact New York departure, Air Canada 8631, have a good morning. New York departure, Air Canada 8631, 1,300 feet.
Air Canada 8631, New York departure. Good morning, radar contact. Climb and maintain 15,000, altimeter 3037.
Climb and maintain 15,000, altimeter 3037, Air Canada 8631.
New York departure, Brickyard 4460, good morning, 1,500 feet.
Air Canada 8631, turn left, heading 030.
Turn left, heading 030, Air Canada 8631.
Brickyard 4460, New York departure. Radar contact. Clear direct merit. Resume the 10-6. Climb maintain 16,000 feet.
Clear direct merit. Resume the 10-6. Climb maintain 16,000 feet. Brickyard 4460.
departure. Endeavor 5267, 900 feet.
Endeavor 5267, New York departure. Radar contact. Clear direct SIN. Resume the Tennis 6. Climb and maintain flight level 180.
Clear direct SIN. Resume Tennis 6. Climb and maintain flight level 180. Endeavor 5267.
Air Canada 8631. Clear direct Grecki. Resume own navigation.
Roger, heading direct Grecki, then resume own navigation, Air Canada 8631, thanks.
You're very welcome. Have a great flight. Brickyard 4460. Contact Boston Center 132.3.
Center on 132.3. Brickyard 4460.
Air Canada, 8631. Contact Boston Center 128.1.
Contact Boston Center 128.1, Air Canada, 8631. Boston Center, Air Canada, 8631, out of 12,300 for 15,000.
Air Canada, 8631, Boston Center, climb maintain flight level 310.
Climb maintain flight level 310, Air Canada, 8631.
United 641, contact Boston Center 124.525, take care.
Contact Boston Center 124.525, United 641.
Boston Center, JetBlue, 1956, flight level 293.
JetBlue 1956, Boston Center, roger. JetBlue 1956, descend and maintain flight level 270.
Descend and maintain flight level 270, JetBlue 1956.
Boston Center, American 2838, flight level 312.
American 2838, Boston Center.
Good morning, Boston Center, JetBlue 1854, descending via Roebuck Tree, flight level 234.
JetBlue 1854, Boston Center. JetBlue 1956, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, JetBlue 1956.
JetBlue 1854, contact Boston Center 124.525.
Contact Boston Center 124.525, JetBlue 1854.
Boston Center, JetBlue 1807, flight level 360.
JetBlue 1807, Boston Center, copy. Brickyard 4460, contact Boston Center 124.85, see you.
Center on 124.85, Brickyard 4460, see you.
Boston Center, United 484, descending via Flossie 4, flight level 297.
United 484, Boston Center. JetBlue 1956, descend and maintain flight level 220.
Descend and maintain flight level 220, JetBlue 1956.
Air Canada 8631, contact Boston Center 3265.
Contact Boston Center 3265, Air Canada 8631. Boston Center, Air Canada 8631, through flight level 225 for flight level 310 direct Cambridge.
Air Canada 8631, Boston Center.
Boston Center, Jazz 858, flight level 309er.
Jazz 858, Boston Center.
Boston Center, United 530, good morning, flight level 278.
United 530, Boston Center. Jazz 858, contact Boston Center 123.75, good day.
Contact Boston Center 123.75, Jazz 858.
United 530, contact Boston Center 128.1.
Center on 128.1, United 530.
Air Canada 8631, contact Boston Center 123.75. Have a good one.
Center on 123.75, Air Canada 8631. Boston Center, Air Canada 8631. Good morning, flight level 310.
Air Canada 8631, Boston Center. Delta 1766, contact Boston Center 134.7. See you.
Center on 134.7, Delta 1766.
Jazz 858, contact Boston Center 121.35. Take care.
Center on 121.35, Jazz 858.
Air Canada 766, contact Boston Center 133.325.
Contact Boston Center 133.325, Air Canada 766. Have a good morning.
Air Canada 8631, Boston Center, expect Carter 5, runway 24 left.
Expect Carter 5, runway 24 left, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, contact Boston Center 2135.
Contact Boston Center 2135, Air Canada 8631. Boston Center, Air Canada 8631, flight level 310.
Air Canada 8631, Boston Center, copy.
Center. Sun Country 251, flight level tree 29er.
Sun Country 251, Boston Center. Jazz 858. Contact Boston Center 135.7.
Center on 135.7, Jazz 858.
Air Canada 8631, descend to 15,000 feet, altimeter 3039er.
Descend to 15,000 feet, Air Canada 8631.
Sun Country 251, descend via J-Fun to arrival, Logan landing runway 4 right, altimeter 3050.
Descend via J-Fun to arrival, Logan landing runway 4 right, altimeter 3050. Sun Country 251.
Air Canada 8631, contact Boston Center 135.7.
Center on 135.7, Air Canada 8631, take care. Boston Center, Air Canada 8631, descending via Carter 5, flight level 310.
Air Canada 8631, Boston Center. Jazz 858, contact Boston, sender 120.35.
Contact Boston, sender 120.35, Jazz 858.
Air Canada 8631, contact Boston, sender 120.35, good day.
Sender on 120.35, Air Canada, 8631. Good day, Boston Center, Air Canada, 8631, descending via Carter 5, flight level 253.
Air Canada 8631, Boston Center, copy. Air Transat 245, contact Boston Center 3525.
Center on 3525, Air Transat 245.
Boston Center, United 392, good day, flight level 290. United 392, Boston Center, roger. Des 858, contact Montreal Center 132.85.
Contact Montreal Center 132.85, Jes 858, see you.
8631. Contact Montreal Center 132.85.
Contact Montreal Center 132.85 Air Canada, 8631. Good day.
Dashport 2363. Contact Montreal Center 132.35. Bye-bye.
Contact Montreal Center 132.35, Dashport 2363.
Montreal Center, Air Canada, 8631. Descending via Carter 5, 15,000.
Air Canada 8631, Montreal Center, radar contact. Wisbek 101 Heavy, contact Boston Center 135.25, bye-bye.
Contact Boston Center 135.25, Wisbek 101 Heavy. Have a good day.
Air Canada 604, contact Montreal Center 128.225.
Contact Montreal Center 128.225, Air Canada 604, bye-bye. Montreal Center, WestJet 2902, passing 15,000 feet for 18,000 feet, direct Vika.
WestJet 2902, Montreal Center identified, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, WestJet 2902.
Air Canada 8631, contact Montreal approach 126.9er.
Contact Montreal approach 126.9er, Air Canada 8631. Montreal approach, Air Canada 8631, 13,200, we have kilo.
Air Canada 8631, Montreal approach. Good day, altimeter 3037, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left.
Altimeter 3037, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, descend to 1,000 feet.
Descend to 1,000 feet, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, descend to 9,000 feet.
Descend to 9,000 feet, Air Canada 8631.
Dashport 2461, contact Montreal Tower 119.9er, have a good day.
Over to Tower 119.9er, Dashport 2461. Montreal approach, which is 939, 10,900, we have kilo on board.
Just 939 Montreal approach, altimeter 3037, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left.
Altimeter 3037, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left, Jazz 939.
Air Canada 8631, descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet. Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, descend to 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000 feet. Air Canada 8631.
Jazz 858, leave Canada heading 315, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left.
Leave Canada heading 315, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left, Jazz 858.
Jazz 858, 5 miles from Sloka, turn left heading 310, maintain 3,000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS runway 24 left.
Turn left heading 310, 3,000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 24 left, Jazz 858.
Jazz 939, descend to 4,000 feet, altimeter 3037.
Descend to 4,000 feet, altimeter 3037, Jazz 939.
Jazz 939, descend to 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000 feet, Jazz 939.
Air Canada 8631, leave Canada heading 325, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left.
Leave Canada heading 325, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, turn left heading 330, vectors for the approach.
Turn left heading 330, Air Canada 8631.
Jazz 858, contact Montreal Tower 119.9er, have a good day.
Contact Tower 119.9er, Jazz 858, take care.
Air Canada 8631, 5 miles from Sloka, turn left heading 300, maintain 3,000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS runway 24 left.
Turn left heading 300, 3,000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 24 left, Air Canada 8631.
Air Canada 8631, minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed, Air Canada 8631. Canada 8631, established on final approach.
Air Canada 8631 affirm. Jazz 939, leave Canada heading 315, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left.
Leave Canada heading 315, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 24 left, Jazz 939.
Jazz 939, turn left heading 315, vectors for the approach.
Turn left heading 315, Jazz 939.
Jazz 939, 5 miles from Sloka, turn left heading 310, maintain 3000 feet until established, clear the ILS runway 24 left.
Turn left heading 310, 3000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 24 left, Jazz 939.
2,500.
Air Canada 8631, contact Montreal Tower 119.9er, have a good day.
Contact Tower 119.9er, Air Canada 8631. Have a good one. Montreal Tower, Air Canada 8631, ILS runway 24 left.
Air Canada 8631, Montreal Tower, continue.
Roger, Air Canada 8631.
2,000.
Jet 858, monitor ground 121.9er, bye-bye.
Ground 121.9er, Jazz 858.
Air Canada 8631, wind 150 degrees, 11 knots, runway 24 left, clear to land.
Runway 24 left, clear to land, Air Canada 8631.
Montreal Tower, Jazz 939, ILS runway 24 left.
Jazz 939, Montreal Tower, continue.
Wilco, Jazz 939.
Air Canada 8631, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway, Air Canada 8631.
Jazz 939, wind 150 degrees, 11 knots, runway 24 left, cleared to land.
Runway 24 left, cleared to land. Jazz 939.
Air Canada 8631, contact ground 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er, Air Canada 8631. Air Canada 8631, request taxi to company gate.
Air Canada 8631, taxi to stand 75 via Alpha 4, Alpha Mike, Alpha 4.
Taxi to stand 75 via Alpha 4, Alpha Mike, Alpha 4, Air Canada 8631.
Jazz 939, taxi to stand 4 via Alpha 4 Alpha Foxtrot.
Taxi to stand 4 via Alpha 4 Alpha Foxtrot. Jazz 939.